People was asking for refunds for the damn tickets.
But he has come out and he has said what so many of us has been banging the table about for the last 20 months now, and that's the WNBA needs to do a better job of protecting their money. I'm very interested to see how much damage that's going to do because, well, anybody with half a brain that tends to follow this stuff and has a platform has pointed this out. And what is their money? Caitlin Clark.
$9. That's what it costs to walk into an Indiana Fever playoff game right now. Less than a burrito, less than a single Uber ride. Just a few weeks ago, these seats were selling out arenas when Caitlin Clark was on the floor. How did we get from record-breaking attendance to playoff tickets being basically the price of pocket change? The answer reveals something far bigger than just cheap seats. It's exposing the WNBA's biggest problem that nobody can ignore.
The league as a whole has suffered more for Caitlin Clark being injured, ironically, than Caitlin Clark has suffered from Caitlin Clark being injured. Nearly $1,000 in. I actually think had Caitlin Clark been playing, it would be nearly $1,000 into this game. The moment she went down, price crashed nearly 30%, plummeting to $62 a seat. But before Caitlin Clark's season-ending injury, WNBA tickets were averaging $89.
Let's break down what this $9 price tag really means for the future of the league. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Imagine pulling up a playoff ticket page and seeing the number 9. Not 90. Not 19. Just 9.
Caitlin Clark getting hurt. Caitlin Clark lose her fan base and lose all the hype. Guess what? The league will sink. And the ticket prices only drop, this is my theory, because Caitlin Clark got hurt, bro. So you want to know what they had to do? Damn near give them away, bro. Yes, they had to damn near give them away. People was asking for refunds for the damn tickets.
$9 to walk into a WNBA playoff arena and watch postseason basketball. That's not a misprint. That's not a joke. That's literally what Indiana Fever fans are seeing right now. And it hits you because playoff action is supposed to be the most expensive part of the season, the time when tickets go up, not crater to the price of a drive-through combo. It forces you to stop and ask, how did something that just weeks ago was one of the hottest tickets in sports crash this hard, this fast? Not long ago, every Fever home game felt like an event. We're talking packed arenas, lines out the door, merchandise shelves cleared within minutes. People weren't just coming from Indiana, they were traveling from other states just to get a glimpse.
Very big chunk of the total attendance in WNBA is from the Indiana Fever. They have the second highest home attendance, and teams are literally moving arenas. Fever games have obviously gone down, but I say this as well, like other teams' games are suffering big time, while being on one of 13 teams is scary.
That surge came for one reason, Caitlin Clark. Her rookie season wasn't just hyped, it was a spectacle. The Fever suddenly became the story, and ticket prices shot through the roof. People were paying NBA-type prices to sit down in the lower bowl of a WNBA game.
And I'm telling you right now, just like these damn ticket prices just did, sinking like the damn Titanic. The get-in price for the WNBA All-Star Game in Indianapolis has dropped 48%. Now, yeah, I know why tickets prices dropped. Because people quit buying the damn tickets.
And then, silence. The moment she went down hurt, the entire atmosphere collapsed with her. Playoff basketball is usually when energy peaks, but right now in Indiana it feels like someone turned the volume all the way down. You'd expect a playoff ticket to feel like a prize, something scarce, but now it's almost the opposite, you can't avoid them. Upper-level seats are $9. Nosebleeds are practically being given away. And yet, go check the courtside section and you'll see tickets still sitting in the $200 range. That creates a weird split in the building. Up close, there's still an audience of superfans willing to pay, but the upper deck looks more like a clearance sale than a playoff rush. Thousands of empty seats are just sitting there, waiting. And the cause couldn't be clearer. Without Clark, there's no magic, no spike in demand. You can see it in person and you can see it on TV. Ratings sink the moment she's not on the floor, just like attendance.
He took a slight detour to say the WNBA needs to recognize what they have with Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark's Fever managed to make the playoffs without her, but they went down in the first game to the Indiana Dream. That's a subject that people are awfully passionate about, and they are furious.
Early in the season, when she was fully available, the Fever were averaging more than 17,000 fans each night. Let that sink in. 17,000 people were pouring in to watch a WNBA team. That was more than the Indiana Pacers, a team that plays in the exact same city. That's unheard of in women's basketball, but without her, that 17,000 number disappears. Now you've got wide stretches of empty seats, concerts pulling bigger crowds than a playoff game. And think about what $9 even means in the context of sports. It's not just lower than the NBA or NFL. It's cheaper than going to a minor league baseball game. It's less than a trip to Chipotle or a single ride share.
Yeah, it's just it's a pity for the league. But at the end of the day, it's proving again Caitlin is bigger than this league.
This is Kathy Engelberg's worst nightmare. Views on this channel, the television ratings, the interest, Thanos snapped out of existence.
You could spend more on parking downtown than on watching playoff basketball inside the venue. That doesn't scream demand, that screams desperation, a team and a league trying to fill the building any way they can because fans won't show otherwise. That's why this isn't just about ticket costs, it's about survival.
They may have sold out, technically, but a lot of people chose not to show up. He draws a comparison that I have made a lot between Caitlin Clark and Michael Jordan. You can't make this stuff up. It actually happened. The investigation, not the racist part. You're seeing an effect that's happened in the WNBA, although they're doing their best to blow it.
If a single player's absence can drag an entire playoff series into bargain bin pricing, what does that say about the structure of the league? Caitlin Clark isn't just a star, she's an economic engine. Reports show she was responsible for about a quarter of all the league's money flow this season. More than 26%, technically. That's not a star player making an impact. That's one player holding everything up. It's clear the WNBA is tied to her health and her performance in a way no professional league should rely on. So now the question isn't about why tickets are $9.
I bought a ticket for $350 and I sat courtside at Game 3 of the finals last year. So it said one ticket's costing you $461. Like that ticket for an Indiana Fever game with Caitlin Clark is $3,000. I paid $350. I sat courtside. Like that ticket's $2,000 to $3,000 for a Fever game with Caitlin Clark.
We already know. It's because the core attraction isn't playing. The real question is what happens the next time she's unavailable.
Because, well, anybody with half a brain that tends to follow this stuff and has a platform has pointed this out. And what is their money? Caitlin Clark.
What does the WNBA have in place to make sure playoff basketball isn't treated like a fast food purchase every time their biggest draw sits out?